Hello, thank you very much for clicking on this video. You've got a terrible taste in entertainment if you ended up here. But let me welcome you to my own corner of the internet, where I just keep talking about stuff and seem to not ever shut up. I do not know how to do the YouTube stuff, so let me start by introducing myself. But does it even matter for you to know who I am if the whole point of this YouTube channel is for me to discover myself through the expression of my own thoughts? But the reason of this is because of ADHD. I've been trying to make this video for months now. I haven't found either the motivation or the reason why I should do it, except just make it by its own sake of existing. Isn't living the whole meaning behind existence? But back to ADHD. As many people would say, it's just not sitting still or not paying attention. But if you've experienced this, you know that there's something more than just that, such as a misregulation of the dopamine system in the brain and the frontal lobe. And one of the responsibilities of dopamine is attention and future planning, besides a lot of other things. And this lack of dopamine in the brain just prevents you from focusing properly and planning in the future that not only affects you as the user, but also people closer to you, especially if they don't know how to handle a kid with ADHD. And like parents would say, kids do not come with a manual, and even if they did, neurodivergent kids are way too different to handle than neurotypical kids. But the world is not made for us. We just had to figure everything out, but in a very narrow part of my existence and experience. But creating things has always been a huge part of my identity, and not having the motivation or focus or future planning to do something and follow that through, it's difficult. I've tried doing YouTube in the past, but with no direction, with no one that guides me through. It's difficult. It's more than exhausting figuring things out on your own, and people telling you you've got to do certain things, but you physically can't do it because that tip, that advice doesn't work for you, because the brain chemistry is just very, very different. And I'm tired of not being able to do things, and that's why I'm doing YouTube again in 10 years, which is weird to say that it's been 10 years since my last attempt at this, but time moves on and I cannot stop it. I've certainly spent countless hours on media of how to do this, how to do that, how to start, how to keep going on any project that I've attempted in the past, but that lack of motivation to just keep doing what you're doing stops me from achieving things that people have told me in the past. Yeah, man, you've got potential, but I do not see that potential. I just see myself as a failure. But not anymore, because I'm tired of not doing things. I'm tired of just starting things and never finishing them. What if I do the YouTube thing and it's a failure? Or what if I do it and it's a success? I don't know. Only time will tell. It's just gonna be a leap of faith. One of the blessings and curses of ADHD is starting a bunch of things and never finishing them. That's why I've always tried to do music, painting, video editing, photography, and countless other things more, that not only pictures reality as it is and expresses more than just words can on its own, expresses and conveys a feeling, something that can be seen without eyes, or heard without ears, or felt without hands. And the only way to achieve those things is starting somewhere. As obvious as it sounds, it is true, unfortunately, but starting things isn't the only thing. Keep trying by failing over and over and over again and most importantly, learning from those mistakes is what will get you somewhere. It might be ironic to say because I've started a bunch of things in the past and never finishing them. And maybe I'm a hypocrite by saying those things. Well, my actions do not match with my words. But I'm tired of that and I do not want to be a hypocrite. That's why I'm doing this. To start doing things. To start failing and failing and failing over and over again. But most importantly, learning on what I failed, learning on what I can do better, and see where the wave will take me next. This being my first YouTube video, well, not technically my first. I don't know what direction I'm gonna take this to. I don't know what I'm gonna do next. There's certainly a million things that I would love to do before I kick the bucket. Posting a YouTube video and continue posting YouTube videos, it's definitely on the list. But I don't know what direction I'm gonna take this YouTube channel into. But one thing's for sure, I want to keep posting art in any way, shape, or form available, such as painting, music, photography, videos, or just simply yapping into a microphone because I've got nothing better to express. But if you see the beauty in the world, that's the first step. The second, or at least for me, is taking that beauty and interpreting that through yourself by making the reality you see real, instead of just being in your head the whole time. As there are more than 8 billion people in the world, there are more than 8 billion ways the world can be interpreted as. There are 8 million points of view of reality, and more if you count more than just humans. Through the eyes of those 8 billion people, I'm just another person. But through my eyes, there's just one me, and there's not gonna be another me throughout reality. So why shouldn't I make something that leaves proof that I was real, that leaves proof that I existed? I hope I'm not the only one that has had this debate in their mind of making versus not making, creating versus not creating. And I really hope that a great artist in the past has had this dilemma in their mind of creating versus not creating, leaving something for the future or not leaving for the future, being remembered versus being forgotten. And as I'm sitting here just recording my own thoughts into a computer, something just clicked, and it's that, yeah, many people have thought about this in the past and have made great pieces of artwork. Because of that, one that comes to mind is the Pixar movie Coco of being remembered. Should I be remembered? What will it take for me to be forgotten forever? And by extension, it's comforting to think that I'm not the only one that has had this dilemma in the past. Like philosophers doing philosophy stuff, overthinking every single aspect of reality, determining the limits and boundaries of thought by submerging deep into this abyss that we call our mind. And by doing that, they could emerge and give name to the things that are not tangible, making it easier by letting us know that what we feel has already been felt through space and time. And that's just talking about recorded history. Now imagine all the things that haven't been recorded, either by putting words into paper, or now with modern technology, putting things into a hard drive, and there's the fear of being forgotten. But paradoxically, trying to remember something that has been felt by a different person in a different time, but forgotten due to either not wanting to record that or not having the means to record it, gives it a different purpose, but not a purpose of art. It gives it a purpose for you, a personal purpose. And if there's someone still listening, thank you very much. Even more than words can even describe my gratitude for listening someone yap for 10 minutes. I don't know what I'm gonna do next. The only thing I know is I'm gonna post something and let's hope for the best. Let's hope that next thing it's good or bad. Let's just see where life takes us. And I hope to see you on the next one. Bye.